almost a 10 super. Curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from the Superdome. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Room here to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Wow, first play of the game sees 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Throwing is Newton. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them to make sure you knock them back on their butts.
taken down just shy of midfield. This defense for the Saints, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
It makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Pop a touchdown offense, but getting one on defense, if they keep that effort up, you take the other side right out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to a self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try the air now with Newton. This is caught. Touchdown. DJ Moore. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
Well, they're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. He'll bite, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Winston now. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
Yeah, we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision, just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Touchdown, New Orleans! Taysom Hill, 31 yards. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
20.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Saints 38-yard line.
And just a yard to go here on second down. That's out quickly to Chenault. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The Saints had 9 and 7 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Jameis to throw it. That's caught. The tight end Hill. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They go play action. Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Hands it off out of the gun. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Looking to throw on second down. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
You could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Moore, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton. Step and a big loss here as he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Winston's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
That's good for the Saints.
To throw is Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Winston. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To the air again with Winston. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Here's Winston. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denying 3 points at the very end. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one on the line of scrimmage.
So the completion gets them just a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up the 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. That was the veteran Jamie Collins busting through to make the stop. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to it, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They fake the give. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tanner Conner with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw, Winston. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Parker. That little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Newton takes it himself. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Newton rolling to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
We have so many different terms for third down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second down at 7. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 42. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And Newton's going to keep it. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key 3rd down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball, let him pick it up.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. They'll try the air now with Newton. They'll roll him out right. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 27, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3rd and 2, Newton. Open man is Anderson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. McCaffrey is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Newton takes it himself. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has...
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
Winston to give, it's Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Now, I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
3rd and long for Winston.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You don't see too many quarterbacks coming up with hits like that in the running game. He announced his presence right there and knocked it back for a loss.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Winston. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Now Winston.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To throw again on second down, Newton.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Saints are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Winston to throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. From the 27, Winston.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Winston.
They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh? And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Van Jefferson
57 yards. And the Saints are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Newton.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Open man is Robbie Anderson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Newton throwing again. Found his target. It's Anderson.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
1st down, Carolina.
On 1st down, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football.